Hey YouTube, this is GI Nerd Commander today with a review of the Jungle Viper from the POC line. Um, First, actually taking a look at the package. As you'll notice right here, okay, my thumb's in the way. As you'll notice on his hand right here, his wrist is bent in kind of an odd angle. It's a new joint. If you, well, I guess you really can't even see on my wrist, but it goes like this instead of the turn back and forth motion. That is only on one of his hands, though. That's just one of the first things that you notice looking at the package. Okay. Now, Jungle Viper comes with a lot of really unique attributes to him. This camouflage suit. I guess it's a backpack, I should say. There is a name for it, and I don't know if I could pronounce it properly, so I just decided to leave that alone. There we are. Looks kind of like some sort of wings on him. Okay, let's set that aside for a second. This chair. Okay. And also this incredibly large gun. If I can get it out of his hand. Which this stock is removable. And so is this part down here, but I'm going to leave it on. The gun seems way too large for the figure. I don't. And these rounds would be incredibly huge. Maybe it's some kind of anti-tank, anti-armor thing. Okay, now getting to the figure itself. Well, first let's take off these. All these pieces are easily removed and put on. Unfortunately, they don't really have instructions, so when you get it out of the package, well, it took me a good minute to find out where everything went. Now, Jungle Viper is a little bit more beefier than some of the other Vipers that they've come out with in the past. He definitely has some more muscle to him. Great coloring. You'll see. Really cool detail. Holster right here for a handgun that is removable. Another holster down here. And a nod to the 1989, I believe, Night Viper. This almost seems kind of silly to me. I mean, you'd only be able to see one specific area if something was going on anywhere else around him. Who would know what to do? It does raise up, and his eyes are completely white. I don't understand. Maybe he spends too much time staring through that scope, and got a little bit of blindness from that. Who knows? It does look cool, but maybe just a lot like the gun, just maybe a little too big. Like I mentioned before in the packaging, you'll see his wrist right here can move very differently. You can still rotate all the way around, but hey, they added a new joint here. I'm not 100% sure why they did that just yet. I just got this figure, so it may be a little bit of playing around with before I can figure out every little detail. All in all, he looks really cool. I didn't really like that you might not be able to see it with my camera, but on the back of his knees, instead of it being black, there's this green where the joint is. I didn't really like that. So, all in all, definitely a very imaginative figure. Very different from most other figures that we've seen so far. I didn't really like that on the side here. where you can attach the other, whatever these things are, the camouflage, whatever, that there's this little ball right here. I would have really preferred if that wasn't there, because I'm probably going to have him without this. So, also cool thing is that all of this is, the pads and whatnot, they're pretty flexible as if they, like he really is wearing them, which I like. I don't know why this isn't completely attached to this, most likely because they got tired that if there's a backpack, it's really hard to get through that hole. So, all in all, a cool figure, really different from a lot of other things that they've put out before. Scale 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 7. I didn't like that he doesn't have any eyes. I don't know why they couldn't take time to do that. And some of the things just seem a little too big and bulky on him, especially the gun. I can live with this, but this gun is just horrendously large, and I don't. It reminds me of the old elephant gun. I don't know if anybody ever remembers that. But. So all in all, a cool figure, worth picking up. Is definitely going to look cool in a jungle diorama. So, if you have the opportunity, be sure to pick this guy up. They are still going pretty fast. The West Coast just started getting these, I think, about a week and a half ago, and now the Midwest, where I live, has them. So the East Coast should be getting them fairly soon, I assume. But they are flying off the shelves just as fast as Wave 1 did. Which brings me to another point. I was actually kind of disappointed that Wave 2 is already out, because I still only have one Alley Viper, and I would really like a few more for army building. But that's just the way it goes, I guess. That's just the way Hasbro likes to do business. So, in conclusion, definitely pick this guy up if you can find him. Look great with this on in some kind of jungle scene. I think I might just leave mine like this, though. Possibly with the arm guard still on, just because the ball that sticks out right here does look kind of silly. So this has been GI Nerd Commander with Jungle Viper, Jungle Trooper, Cobra Jungle Trooper I should say. Happy hunting!